Hey, how's it going? I'm Zero.
I'm DK.
And I'm Rizzo, and today on Anime Reaction, we watched the 5th episode of Steins Gate. If you want to check out our reaction to the 5th episode of Steins Gate, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga, and don't forget to like and share our videos.
And thanks for watching. So, on this episode of Steins Gate,
They finally get that fucking computer back. It took long enough.
after taking how many breaks?
Exactly, because Ocarina always skips leg day.
And leg day and arm day and core day and
He doesn't lift,
cardio
bruh.
day.
Well, now that does occur too, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're nerds, they're
We had
scientists.
a kind of interesting information about, God, I forget her name, the part-timer who works in the store.
the part-timer.
She kind of flips out when she sees Kurisu and goes into full, like, murderer mode. And I'm thinking that she's the person who actually stabbed Kurisu in the other world line.
Yeah, I'm really starting to think that too. She talks as if she
Also-
traveled from another world.
Yeah, also, I kind of think that she might be from the future. Like, a really bad future. Especially since she said that she had never seen fireworks before. And, you know, something would have to go really wrong for Japan not to set off tens of millions of tons of fireworks every year. Just
Like,
saying.
you know, not having a society.
Yeah.
That would do it.
but yeah, I mean, this is classic. You know, I'm running from an organization type person.
Yeah, especially when the mere sound of helicopters gets our part-timer ducking for cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. She probably lives in a world where she's experiencing some Terminator-like shit.
She came from the world of Planetarian.
Oof.
But actually, that's an actual like deal with PTSD victims, I guess. I mean, anything that reminds them of that will set them off into something similar,
Right.
possibly even worse fits. So be careful where you shoot off your fireworks.
Speaking of which, yeah, I mean, if she...
Actually, interesting that she was set off by the sound of the helicopter, but was
She wants to go see fireworks.
but was interested in fireworks. And that sound.
I
set
think
her
it
off.
we could get on this topic another time, but I think it's actually a when you consciously say I'm going to watch fireworks, you consciously know, boom, bloom, pretty cool.
Doesn't hit you.
If
as
you're
hard.
sitting there, you know, playing a video game, watching a sports, whatever, and then all of a sudden you hear boom, 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 boom out your window, that's a different story.
Maybe. Maybe it just depends on the person. Again, I think we should get into it some other time.
Or maybe not at all.
Or maybe not at all.
That's too deep of a discussion for us.
Best.
Yeah. I don't want to turn this
We like to
into,
go deep, but there are some depths
I don't
we
want to turn this into an hour-long
Yeah.
discussion here. Anyway, so the rest of the episode was about them... Well, more about the background events while Daru was getting the IBM 5100 up and running. Like
Background events, like
straight up.
Ocarina really sucks at that card game they play.
Ocarina really sucks at that card game they play.
And I really want that card game to be a thing, so because it looks cool.
Kurisu is definitely sexy in a lab coat.
Woo!
No doubt about it.
Kurisu has some, well, honestly,
PTSD of her own.
Yeah.
as far as a man yelling at her.
I'm pretty sure there's a reason she hasn't talked to her father in 7 years.
Probably, yeah.
And Kurisu? Yeah.
Christina.
Ocarine? No, Ocarine.
Ocarina.
Ocarine.
Totally different there.
The other guy. But Ocarine really...
They both wear lab coats?
Other person. Fuck off. Ocarine was extremely aggressive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did, like, he jumped out of his chair so hard that his chair fell over, and then he slammed his hand down on the table.
So hard that the game pieces started flying all over.
Yeah.
So, don't call him by his real name.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you, Akabe. It's your real name.
Anyway, the main part of the episode, the main interesting part of the episode was that Daru actually got the IBM 5100 up and running and actually decoded the files from CERN.
Boy, what they found.
Yeah, so basically in the files it admits that CERN is researching time-space transference using the Large Hadron Collider to create a black hole, and then using lifters,
Ioncraft.
yeah, basically ionicrafts to somehow send things through the black hole to time travel. And for whatever reason, CERN went from doing animal testing to doing human testing, even though the animal testing probably turned out about as effective as the human testing did. So, wow, they're scumbags.
Yeah.
And basically there were 14 human tests so far.
And we can safely conclude that none of them worked.
We can safely conclude that all of them turned the test subjects into gelmanas.
Gelmana? Fucking really?
It basically turned their skin and their muscle and basically everything that wasn't their bones and their eyes, it looked like, into the gel, like the gelnanas were made out of.
That works.
Oh, and it
Gelmana.
also sent them through time.
So now you have 14 randomly placed Gelmanas somewhere in space-time on this world line.
Yeah, so one of the guys was sent from 2005 to 1923 into a wall in New York City.
Another one was sent to 1970s India on the side of a road. And shortly thereafter, her legs got run over by a truck and they were severed.
In India, I'm really not that surprised.
Ouch.
No,
Have you seen how people over there drive?
pretty much.
We also got an instance in Japan.
Yeah, there was a guy that was found. He was found in what, 1937? Did it say?
Yeah, definitely early Showa era.
Yeah, at the foot of a mountain near Kyoto.
Damn.
Other dates that are necessary to note.
Actually, I don't think that was Showa era yet, because that was pre-World War.
Showa was the reign of Akihito, of Hirohito.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
I'm mixing it up. But yeah, it was just pre-World War II.
Other dates that were of note is we sort of find out that Kurisugi knows that CERN was made in 1954.
Well, yeah, that should be public knowledge.
Yeah. The programs for what they found was made.
Program?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was made in 1973.
Yeah, the program was written the programming language, I believe, was written in 1973, and then of course the IBM 5100 was built in 1975.
So, Ocarine thinks putting two and two together makes 6.
And thinks that the machine was purposely built for CERN for their
Yeah, so they can decode these secret messages.
Yep.
It might have actually been something a little different, that they probably had the IBM 51000 in their facilities prior to 73.
No, it was built in 75.
Well,
The machine was produced in 75.
I'm just saying, like, if they had a prototype IBM 51000 in their labs
Okay.
in 1972, and then they take that technology and actually put it out there for consumer use.
Okay.
IBM 51000.
It's kind of like the internet.
Maybe. I think maybe because obviously CERN would need computing power. Perhaps the IBM 5100 was developed specifically for their need, and IBM just so happened to put it out on the market.
Yeah.
It may be a little later, perhaps, is what you're getting at here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another different point of view, I suppose, because that has happened in the past.
That happens a lot.
Actually, it happens a lot.
Technology.
Like government, scientific agencies and whatnot, they develop technology, but then that gets adapted into everyday consumer products. Like, say, the rubber soles on your shoes. That was first developed during the Apollo program. So on and so forth.
The internet is a fantastic example.
Yep.
The World Wide Web was created at CERN by Tim Berners-Lee.
So, yeah.
There you go.
And it was supposed to initially just be meant for military use.
I think it was meant for like inter-office exchanges, at least how Berners-Lee did it.
Well, it was...
There was also that phone messaging system the Pentagon developed in the 70s. I forget exactly what they called that, but
yeah.
anyway.
Happens a lot.
Again, though, government agency invents something, then puts it out later.
Yeah, I mean, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically they're starting down the rabbit hole in this one.
They got pretty damn deep, though.
Yeah, and Ocarine proclaims that they're going to complete their time travel device. The, what was it?
They're gonna
The Future Lab Technologies
gadget number 8.
Gadget number 8. Name pending.
Name pending.
And they will... Yeah, basically they'll complete their time travel device first.
So holy shit, 5 episodes in, and we actually have an end destination in mind. Well done.
Why do I think that this is not the end destination?
Oh no, it totally can't be. It's got to
There's
escalate.
time travel involved.
No, this is 5 PB. It has to escalate a lot more than this.
But in the end, hey Bray, what are we gonna do tonight?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Pretty much.
Anyway, enough choose me so.
In the preview for the next episode, we get a really fucking horrid scene
Of a screw dropping into a man's ramen.
yeah, flip the table. No, actually, the one well, I mean, that is a pretty fucking horrid scene, but the one that I was thinking of is the point of view shot looking at your hand jellifying.
That was pretty horrifying, yes. Eek. And I'm morbidly curious as to whose point of view that is. Is it one of our main characters in this world line? Is it one of our main characters from another world line? Is it one of the poor 14 saps who worked for CERN, perhaps? Who knows?
Oh yeah, I actually forgot to mention one tiny little thing.
Tiny little thing.
When Kurisu and Subahaka
Super.
were having a conversation over the sink,
Yes.
Kurisu tried to make a analogy of pushing a sponge through the little hole in her finger.
And basically using it as an analogy for what happened to those people that time traveled.
Yeah. Yes and no, because a singularity is nowhere near this big.
Well, I mean, it's still probably the closest thing that she'd be able
Probably
to...
the closest thing, yeah.
It's just trying to illustrate what happened, is all. Maybe not exactly, but
Well,
more
I mean,
or less.
those singularities are so small, you could almost picture that her clenched hand is the singularity, and the sponge is like maybe a couple of cells of the person.
Well, what's the popular theory for what happens when you go through a black hole? You basically turn to a long human noodle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not exactly what's going on here because it is a micro black hole. But, yeah.
Either way, he ain't coming out the same.
Either way, Dario is a pervert.
Tight.
Christina gets
Nice.
it. Christina gets it though, so
Right.
she's not totally innocent herself.
Anyway. So let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Yep, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's gonna do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time. And go ahead and click on my face to go to our most recent Otaku Saga talks.
Click on my face to go to Otaku Saga Gaming, our gaming channel.
And click on the waifu to subscribe to Otaku Saga and check out our new and improved Patreon page. Just not new and improved.